Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're currently here at the 12th Electric Vehicle Summit here at SMX Convention Center. And I would like to thank everyone for 11,000 subscribers. And let us move on to the video on what car I'll be driving here in this event. And for today's episode, we have one of Philippines' newest Chinese EV brands. This is the Aion ES Sedan. And yes, we have once again an electric sedan here on our channel. Of course, there will be an SUV available. However, since I'm still bagets and all that, I decided to take on this sedan first. And comparing with with its twin brand, GAC, this looks actually pretty good. I like this bottom part over here, and the ground clearance is around 140 millimeters. But I do like this set of LED lights itself. And on the side profile, it's your usual sedan. And these are running on 17-inch wheels. And yes, the wheels are very GAC. Powering this Aion ES is a 55.2 kilowatt-hour battery that produces a total of 134 horsepower and 225 newton meters of torque. That means acceleration time is done in 12.1 seconds. But I think with those numbers alone, I think this should be a very peppy car to drive. This is my favorite part of this Aion ES because of this long piece LED taillights itself, and then the usual GAC badge here once again. Knowing this is the electric brand of GAC, there's a lot more blue trims here too on the GAC badge itself too. And open the boot space, excuse me. So go here in the interior, long press this tailgate button, and voila, this is the total space. There's no official figures, however, as you can see with all of the Aion crew here now at the moment. Now, this is the interior of this all-new Aion ES. Here in the door card, a lot of squeegee material surprisingly, and leather soft pads here as well for your elbows. I'll be honest too, this entire door card looks exactly similar like what you get in the GAC MPOW itself. Well, of course, this is still a GAC. And the interior overall, okay, it's pretty neat. It's not super explosive like in today's cars, but it's just a very simple design. I like it, and it's the first time in a long time I've seen a two-spoke steering wheel. How light the steering wheel is. So again, more of the driving impressions later on. Oh, so it's only telescopic and a bit odd now, knowing electric cars are supposed to be one of the most advanced vehicles that you can buy out here today. This is the second EV that I know of that has an analog instrument cluster. And it says here 421 kilometers of range out of 442. Let's see again on how the driving dynamics fare on later on. And here in the middle, you get your infotainment system with a few bits here and there. But there's a lot here for your vehicle settings, like for your iPedal and your regenerative braking, your energy flow, aka your driving mode. Further down, you get capacitive buttons for your climate controls. And way further, you get a cubby space here, 2 USB Type-A ports, a 12-volt socket. You almost get a floating center console, but I don't mind it. Rotary gear shift, again, more cubby spaces, cup holders, card holders, and buttons here for your driving modes once again, and your electronic parking brake and auto hold functions. It's a bit cool too. You can control both driving modes from here in the infotainment system and here with a separate button itself. And glove box, okay, pretty decent, just the size of my hand. And then above here, you get two halogen lights, sunglasses holder, visor. That's it. There's not even a ticket clip holder, but at least it's thick enough. Yeah, and I would compare to with some of the Chinese brands out there in general. Yeah, there's actually this part's only plastic. The rest here is all squeegee material. So I do like, despite to being a great value and being a budget EV, Aion GAC still left some good quality here in the interior. Glove box, pretty alright too. And speaking of, the seats too are wondrous. It's very soft and surprisingly just the right amount of bolstering too. And I expect this Aion ES to be very peppy to drive later on. So these are the rear seats of this Aion ES sedan. Here in the door card, almost the same like the ones in front. And still, you get leather soft pads here for your elbow and squeegee material. Yeah, very good start with this Aion ES. And remember, this is not yet my driving position. Well, almost. But the space is okay. Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty alright too. Headroom, okay, this is not a crossover, but the headroom itself for a sedan is actually still pretty decent. And only toys here are in the middle. You get two air conditioning vents and two Type-A USB ports. No map pockets and not even a central armrest at all, which I find very odd. But at least Like it carries the weight of other sedans. You can fold these rear seats to further extend, increase rather the boot space. And sitting here in the middle itself, just the very wee of a transmission tunnel. Still put your feet wherever you want, and it's as comfortable to sit here in the middle. Well, actually, wherever you sit here in the rear of this Aion ES, it's gonna give you a very comfortable ride. So here now driving the all-new Aion ES, and first impressions, silencio. As per what almost every electric vehicle out there, the total, I've not experienced this in any electric car so far. It's so light. The flywheel or the drive-by-wire system is among the lightest I've ever experienced so far. And same case like that I demoed in the showroom, the steering is so light. Brake regeneration and demonstration purposes only, my legs are up and it's slowing down. So I think we are in the max regen mode, if it's not mistaken. So we're just normal, and then let's try here high mode, then feet off. Oh wow, that stops. So just, I think let's put it on low, and because I want to have a bit of fun with this vehicle. And yeah, that's pretty much the I-pedal, so you can do one pedal driving as well. And just eco mode and just slowly accelerating to 50-60 kilometers per hour. Okay, the NVH, I would say is pretty good. Yes, there's a lot of tire noise. Of course, maybe it's just down to the tires itself, but overall, the insulation here in the cabin is actually really good. I don't hear much of the wind noise since the typhoon is actually still here, about to leave our country by the time of this shoot. Let's try now, since we're at the stoplight, sport mode, and see how this performs off the line. Here we go. Oh. Oh wow, that's pretty alright. And then brake. Oh wow, that's pretty strong. Even though you don't have the brake regeneration assist anywhere, the brakes are still pretty strong. Although it's a little bit of a high bite, however, I'm willing to forgive it since that's actually the main characteristics of all EVs that I've driven so far. And eco mode, then floor it. A little bit delayed, but the torque and the power is there at least. And then I think the normal mode would be the most ideal driving mode in every situation. And then I'll floor it again. So I can tell now the difference between all three driving modes. Yes, everything is still responsive like every other EV should be, but you can feel less torque. I would say the feel of it compared with the rest of the driving mode. Then of course, being sport mode, you can oh my gosh. Yeah, then here, eco. There, it's a little bit more tame now compared with the rest of the driving modes. But again, I would say keep it in normal mode if you want all the time, because again, it's the best driving mode. And I have not seen any effect on the driving range itself. It says here 254 kilometers. It's pretty constant. And brake handling. Alright, being an EV sedan, it's actually handles pretty well. Wow, this thing flies. Okay, yes, the 0 to 100 may be alright. It's not the fastest thing in the world. It's no like a hyper electric car out there, but it still gets the job done for a daily car. I've never considered an EV sedan before because at this price point there are better cars. However, for this car, she flies. And look at this, already at the national speed limit. It's super stable. That's what I like with this Aion ES sedan. We have an EV that's not either an SUV or even a pickup truck. We have a normal sedan. And I would seriously consider this if given the money. And speaking of you have a total range here of 442 kilometers, which is pretty decent at this price point. So this being the only brand, this one stands at 1,358,000 pesos. I think it's a steal. And by the way, correction in the walk around tour, like with actually all GACs, this does not have Android Auto, but at least you have Apple CarPlay available. So I think that's already a big plus already with this Aion ES Sedan. So yeah, that is a quick dive of this all-new car. I would like to test out their Y Plus SUV and see how that would perform. So again, I'd like to thank everyone here at Aion GAC here at the 12th Electric Vehicle Summit, and to Sir Chris and to Miss Maricel for assisting me here in this test drive today. So these are their contact details. If you want to check out all of their vehicles that will arrive here in the Philippines, you may as well check out their dealer in Pasong Tomo. So hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more future Aion reviews. One more time. Right. Bye-bye.